Hey, Washington Freedom Hikers. Hey, I just wanted to pop on here via video and celebrate that you guys are only days away from your big hike. You guys have trained, you have fundraised, you have dug in to the journey, and now we all get to come together next week and celebrate and see some beautiful things out on the trail as we fight for the freedom of others. I wanted to just touch base on a few logistics. In this email, you will see an attached just event rundown just on times of where to be and when to be there. So you can look over that. We are going to, the first group is going to start hiking from the trailhead at 4:15, and then the second group around 4:45. So we will be hiking in the dark for approximately an hour and a half to 2 hours. We're going to be leaving the hotel no later than 3:30, but you'll see that on the event schedule. And we do have 2 hours less of daylight than the previous enchantment hike in the summertime. So we'll be taking that into consideration, and definitely will need our headlamps on the first part of the trek. And it's going to be a beautiful day. It's going to be a hard day. Um, but we're going to enjoy every moment of it, right? Like that's the goal, is to see the beauty in all of it, even on that last stretch that is hard for everyone. So that's actually what I wanted to talk a little bit about, is that final stretch. When we go through, we'll climb Asgard, which is going to be a challenge. It's a lot of scrambling and climbing, but everybody can do it. I believe 100% that you guys are capable and you've trained for it. Once we get to the top, we will be cruising through the glorious bowl of the enchantments, and then we'll drop down to Inspiration, Perfection, Sprite Lake, cruise around, and end up at Vivian Lake, which is kind of the last stop before the huge downhill slog, as many would call it, to get to the end of the trailhead. So between Vivian and Snow Lakes, quite possibly could feel like an eternity for you. We're going to be going down granite slabs that are steep, and there's going to be some big step downs, and so hiking poles. That's where hiking poles are going to come in real handy. Um, Once we get to Snow Lakes, there will be a slight reprieve. We want you to be able to maybe put your joints in that cold water and fuel up for the remaining 7-8 miles out until we get to the end of the trailhead. And it really is one foot in front of the other after that. You will have to dig in mentally. You may find yourself getting real quiet and just kind of going inward for a while. And I just want to encourage you, when that happens, still remain, like, continue to look at the beauty around you, because it still is so beautiful, and I don't want you to miss it. But also digging into that place of connecting your heart further to the mission and the why you're doing this and why you signed up to do this. Um, when we do something hard for a greater purpose, it really does connect our hearts forever to that cause, because we can remember back to the hard place and the hard thing that we did for the benefit of someone else. So it's huge, it's important, it's good. Um, so during that last stretch, you're going to have to dig into those places, and I want to encourage you to kind of just shove off any expectations, anything regarding, this is what time I want to get out, or um, I expect this for myself, or if this doesn't happen, I'm going to be disappointed. Truly just let those expectations fall off, and let the day be what the day is, because we can't change a whole lot. You have done what you've needed to do in training. Um, so trust that, and put one foot in front of the other. And I just want to call out any nerves and anxiety that you may be feeling. Um, just let that fall off, and know that when you get to the trailhead, just get to the trailhead. When you're there and you start putting one foot in front of the other, things start to fall in your face. Anxiety begins to drop. Don't participate with fear and anxiety because it will only hold you back from the places that you're going to go on that particular day. I just wanted to encourage you with that. So excited to see everyone. You saw in the previous email that I sent out just encouragement regarding fundraising. There's a few of you that haven't set up your page yet. I would encourage you to go ahead and do that and capitalize on this opportunity that we have over the next 6 days. So in the first Washington hike, we saw $30,000 come in a single week. In a single week, that's incredible. And so I believe that we're going to see a lot of fruit come in over the next 6 days. But in order to see that, it requires us putting our fundraising page out there. It requires us making those bold asks. It requires us to send personal messages, and it's not just to gain more funds for the organization. It really is giving the opportunity to people to be part of something greater. And because they love you and because they believe in you, they're going to believe in what you believe in. And that's going to connect them to something greater that maybe wasn't even on their radar to begin with. So you guys, you're amazing. Thank you for watching this and preparing yourself for what we have next week. It's going to be fun. It's going to be good. We're going to have laughs. We're going to have pain, but it's all part of the journey. So you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you next week.